Good morning, everyone. His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Excellencies, Head of Government and Head of States, leaders of the groups that we've been working with, His Excellency the President of the World Bank Group, Mr. Ajay Banga, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, mine this morning is a very simple task. I want to introduce the subject matter, and on behalf of the Republic of Kenya, let me first of all welcome you to this session. Kenya is very, very privileged to be the host for the International Development Association for Africa Heads of State Summit. We call it IDA Works. It's a theme that we have tried to develop depending on the issues that are at hand. First and foremost, let me begin by expressing our deepest appreciation for the cordial relationship that exists between the African continent and the World Bank. The World Bank, specifically IDA's mandate, is very relevant to the African continent as it supports the development activities that pave the way towards poverty eradication, raising the structure and quality of growth, job creation, higher incomes, and better living conditions. We do believe that there are so many other avenues and diverse development needs that Africa requires. We wish to assure the World Bank of our continued commitment to this partnership and cooperation, because working together, we are going to develop sustainable solutions. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we convene today with the aim of committing to IDA donors and even other partners for the critical priority areas for development financing in Africa. And in particular, we want to show how significant the higher funding requirements are going to be very, very important for the IDA 21 cycle in supporting Africa's development and even challenges that, challenges and opportunities that emerge for the Africa today. In IDA 21 refreshment discussions held by ministers of finance yesterday, for which I was privileged to chair yesterday, the following themes were discussed and even summarized. First, it was investing in livable planet in response to climate change. Second, we looked at the equal access to more and better jobs. Third, we looked at and discussed accelerating the recovery of human capital by fostering healthy, skilled, knowledgeable, and even inclusive societies. And fourth, we discussed how supporting African economies, and indeed what we require all IDA-supported developing economies, will be important to those countries that are affected by fragility, conflict, and violence, because they do not achieve their potential. Fifth, we looked at prosperity and sustainable development requirements for the African continent. Sixth, we looked at digitization and connectivity, and so more so in terms of accessible services. And finally, we looked at universal access, energy access. The above issues are the ones that are summarized by the communique from the Ministers of Finance that was developed yesterday. We do believe that the summary of the communique will provide some efforts in terms of collective efforts, in terms of mutual dialogue, strong partnership, effective and even joint coordination for realization of Africa's economic and even development agenda. That actually was very, very heavily appealed by the team. These are the issues that will be summarized by the communique that will be shared in a closed session by the ministers. But more importantly, they reflect some of the needs that shows that IDA will work, and it will work with those commitments, and we therefore believe that it's going to work.